I've been asked the question, can you build muscle and lose fat at the same time? Everyone wants to know if you can. That's what everyone wants to do. And if you've only just started training, you actually can. There's a lot of research to show you get newbie gains with a Z, which is where you will be building muscle and you potentially are losing fat at the same time. That just seems to happen at the start of training, the first sort of 6 months. Some people more than others. For example, some people actually will still just struggle to build muscle because they've got a very kind of fast metabolism, which means they do need to increase their calories and they may gain a bit of fat in the process. But most people will struggle to gain muscle and lose fat at the same time. So then they'll go on sort of a bulking cycle, and then where they'll try and gain muscle by being in a calorie surplus, and then they'll go on a cutting cycle where they'll try and drop body fat. But there's a few issues with this. One, you might not build as much muscle as you want, and you may end up actually bulking and sulking because you're just getting fat. And then two, if you drop your calories too much, you potentially lose a bit more muscle. So when it comes to this, what I would suggest is trying not to increase your calories too much. If you keep them close to a maintenance and you exercise hard enough, you may actually be able to increase your muscle mass and cut body fat at the same time because you're not in this crazy calorie surplus. And another thing you can do is you can increase the frequency of your training just for limited amounts of time. So specialising on certain areas of your body, increasing the volume and the frequency of that area may actually build muscle in it, but you won't need to be in a huge calorie surplus, which means you won't gain lots of weight. So there are a few tricks you can do, but there isn't really a concrete answer for this. It depends on a few things. With good programming, really sound nutrition, you may be able to lose body fat and gain muscle if you're not a really advanced athlete. And with good training, you may be able to increase muscle in certain areas if you're doing high frequency training without gaining body fat. But again, it's a pretty complicated subject, and you can do it with things being right in certain situations, but not always.